Wow, that was a steep hill. But one Arlingtonian climbed a street like this to raise money for a cause. But she was like, hey, why walk around the block? From the pandemic until October, she visited 604 streets in Arlington. Yes, Arlington resident Karin created a personal challenge in support of a local nonprofit, FoodLink.
FoodLink is a bridge between food that would otherwise be wasted, that we collect from distributors and grocery stores. This is fresh, nutritious food, not canned or boxed food. And then we are the bridge to organizations that provide that food to people who are in need. And those people can be children or seniors or veterans or the homeless. And there's a whole list. So we work with organizations who have food and bring it to organizations that give food to people in need.
FoodLink participates each year in the Ride for Food event, which is a statewide effort to help raise money for food distribution services. This year, of course, things are different.
The Ride for Food is an amazing event. It's not just FoodLink, it's food organizations that provide food across Massachusetts. And so every year there's a ride. It's a fundraising event like the Walk for Food or the Ride for Food or the Mass Pan Challenge, something like that. But this year it did have to go virtual because of COVID. And we asked Karin, as an Arlington resident, if she would be willing to help us and captain. She's an avid cyclist and outdoors person. And so we asked her, and it's amazing what she's done. She created routes for people who could go in, since FoodLink picks up and delivers all around Arlington and Lexington and Winchester and Belmont. She created routes that people could ride to see what FoodLink does in a day, which I thought was tremendous. And then personally, she took on her own challenge of riding every single street in Arlington, which is crazy to me because of the hills that are all over Arlington. The fact that she was able to do that is just amazing.
Karin says FoodLink called their virtual event the Beaten Path, which meant you could do any sort of activity such as walking, biking, kayaking, and so on. But she was already participating in a challenge that inspired her to visit each street.
Around that time, I had also started doing a fun activity that someone from Arlington put together called Circumnavigate Arlington, where there was a map of Arlington and you would sort of run or walk all of the roads surrounding Arlington. So I did that as a running project that took about a month or two. And it was so interesting getting to see all these different streets and neighborhoods I'd never been to despite living here for 13 years. I thought, let's keep going. I'm just going to do every street.
That idea led her to call the town offices to get a map of Arlington, and that's when she found out there are over 600 streets in town. A big number for sure, but she wasn't scared off. And 6 months later, she completed the challenge.
It's just been a lot of fun. I would say probably about 75% of it was riding my bike, and then the rest was jogging. And my main rule was that I was always going to start from home. I wasn't going to drive somewhere and then, do some streets in that neighborhood and then drive home.
Karin explains that she wasn't very organized to start, but by the end, she made sure she didn't miss a single street. She would write things down on a piece of paper and attach it right onto her bike.
I would sort of make an official route and then I just clipped it to my bike. I'm very low tech. I wasn't using any sort of app or mapping program or anything like that. I was keeping it very 20th century.
Karin's fundraiser contributed to FoodLink's goal of raising $35,000, and they are now 75% of the way there. This fundraiser will run until December 1st, and Mulvaney shares that Karin's efforts have so far helped them raise $10,000 more this year than last. Just because Karin's fundraiser has ended doesn't mean you missed out. You can still donate to FoodLink's GoFundMe page by going to their website at foodlinksma.org. For ACMi News, I'm Maxime Isaac.